Women are starting to ask the question, why don't men approach anymore? What?
What?
Why don't men approach anymore? Because you become unapproachable. You become so entitled, so rude. You think you're better than men. You think a man needs to come out and prove something to you when it's you that needs to be proving to him that you're wife ready. Men aren't going to go out and approach you just to get shot down and get laughed at. This is the environment. Men are cost benefit calculators, and far too many modern men are starting to say the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. Men aren't approaching. And when men do approach, you don't like the way they're approaching. Well, men are starting, who are approaching? The dudes with the cat calling and the holler monsters. Because, ladies, you made the market the way it is. You condition the market. You condition the customers. Men are the customers. You can get me too'd by approaching. You ask the question, when does it become harassment? When does it become harassment? The only way it's not harassment is if you're an attractive guy. And most guys are like, if I don't make enough money and they're this tall and this thick, I don't have a real shot. So if approaches are down, guess what else is down? Dating. Dating is almost non-existent.
When fellas don't approach, woman dating becomes a complicated thing, and the data shows.
When is the last time a man has approached you? And if you're a man, when is the last time you've approached a woman? And I'm not talking about the club drunk being like, what's your name? Where you from? I'm talking about in public, just being like, hey, I thought you were beautiful, can I have your number? And the truth is, cold approaching is not really a thing anymore. If you look at studies, it actually shows that men are approaching women in public so much less now. And in my opinion, as a man who also doesn't approach women, I think it stems from social media and how social media creates insecurity. You'll see all these videos of women being like, I hate when an ugly man approaches me, it's so offensive. If you can't afford me, don't go up to me. That creates an actual insecurity in men's head. And on the inverse, you have these red pill male influencers who are telling guys that if they're not the most attractive person possible, they're never going to make it. They're never going to get that woman. They're never going to get that bread. And when you keep interacting with that content, it suggests you that same content. So you live in an echo chamber of insecurity, and then that translates to the real world. Do you actually think a man's gonna go up to a woman, risk rejection, when all he's fed online is that rejection will happen no matter what? Oftentimes, rejection is the scariest thing ever. You know, some people might say, oh, well, you never know, you might as well try. People don't even like trying. It's like applying to jobs. Some people apply to so many jobs, they keep on getting rejected left and right. They're scared to apply to another one because they cannot face another rejection. And honestly, guys are just on dating apps. They're sliding in DMs because that is a lot less scary than approaching a woman in public.
It's crazy that there are so many fish in the sea yet it feels so empty. That's something I tell myself a lot when it comes to dating, and I think you should too. You can only win a fish if it eats the bait, so putting yourself out there for the right one is something that should take your time and energy, instead of going out into life and pursuing a woman that may not even like you. Working on yourself will do many wonders for you. Focus on yourself, kings, because is the way of a man.
Question for the men. Why is it that men nowadays don't approach women in public anymore? I feel like back in the day, it was so common for men to walk up to women, have a little conversation, maybe ask them out on a date. But nowadays, that does not seem to be a thing anymore. Why?
Walking up to woman, having a conversation. Then she says, get away from me, and starts screaming. Fellas, don't let that happen to you. Be a man who checks the right boxes. Make a female want you. Don't beg for her, because your worth is greater than any gold on this earth.
So this woman was in a restaurant. She's looking around and all she sees other women. Nobody on a date. No man and woman on a date. Just women, as she said, dating each other. So the commentary is that men don't want to be on dates anymore. They don't want to go out with women because it's a waste of time and money. So my question is, do men ever like going on a date? Do men like going on dates? They like going to restaurants and trying different foods and things like that. Is it something that they only did because women like to do it? Like if I'm going to get in a relationship and I say I want to go to a restaurant, am I making him do something that he doesn't want to do? A lot of men say they just rather stay home. But what do you guys think?
A woman made a video saying when she goes to events that it's dominated by women, 70 to 80%. She said, black men, can you give me answers why you don't go? What I'm going to say is satire. It doesn't have anything to do with me. Women can't continue to get on the internet and demonize men and say, when we're out, never approach us ever, and think that that won't happen. Imagine as a man, you were just scrolling on the internet for days, weeks, or whatnot, and then you just came across so many videos of women saying, oh my God, men, leave us alone. Don't talk to us, don't approach us. When we're out, we just want to have fun with the girls. At some point, they'll say, okay, you got it. Now, with that being said, a lot of interest-based hobbies or communities are always going to cater towards women unless you build them out. For example, I'm launching a spades night, spades tournament in Chicago. I've been having so many men like, I'm ready for this, I'm ready to go. A little bit more competitive, a little bit more manly thing to do. Women play spades, please spare me. One of the biggest problems that the internet has allowed everybody to do is to tell on themselves, right? 30, 40 years ago when the internet wasn't prevalent, women might think these things about men in the nightlife or this, that, whatever. But now since you can prop your TikTok up and you could say all these things and then it goes viral and then you open the comments, it's 2,000 people in the comments, all women agreeing with you. Okay, you read that and say, okay, I want to approach you when I go out. You have women on the internet saying, when I go out, I'm only using men for drinks. And then you'll have 500 women in the comments agreeing. You'll have women making videos saying that I love being in a section when I don't have to do anything for a man. He could just spend money on me and I can go home. That's just okay, like whatever. Just stop telling on yourself. The event scene is dominated by women because women still, with all of this information that they give about not wanting to be bothered by men, at the same time they want men's attention. All I will ever say is stop telling on yourself on the internet so much, and then maybe some more men will come out. As it pertains to community and clubs, it just has to interest a man. You know, paint and sip might not always interest a man. At 30 years old, the kickball club might not interest a man, right? Spades night though, in Chicago. We'll see y'all soon.
Y'all is really in y'all soft boy era. Like, really in y'all soft boy era. I'm like, bitches was outside. I mean, when they say them little skirts had the ass out, bitches' whole asses was out. I mean, mid-cheek, up, like top of ass hidden, bottom ass out. Like, crazy. Even with the skirt. I'm like, I have never seen a skirt with ass out. But it's like, maybe they doing it for the gross. Maybe they doing it for themselves. But I'm like, the fact that you got your whole ass exposed, bitch, and it's chilly as fuck. I know you feel that draft. The fact that you got your whole ass exposed and ain't damn niggas coming up to talk to you is crazy. Y'all in y'all sophomore era. Because back in the day, niggas would have been on that. Phone flooded. Phone flooded, bitch. I'm like, they in they sophomore. Like, niggas just posted up like the bitches. Waiting for somebody to approach them. They like, I got my hair cut too. My hair done too. Soft boy era. Like, I'm like, that's crazy. You out here with your whole ass out freezing. And niggas is just minding their business. Crazy.
That is it, fellas. Stay tuned for more videos and remember, keep your head up and don't get fed up.